Okay, this is my reaction to last weekend's fight between David Benavidez and David Morrell for the light heavyweight championship. The fight pretty much went how I expected. I expected Benavidez to win. Morrell, he put on a good performance. He's a young guy, strong, but he just doesn't have the experience that Benavidez has. Benavidez is a dynamic puncher. He throws punches in bunches, and basically he just outworked Morrell just like I predicted. One thing about Benavidez, now he's fighting at light heavyweight. He doesn't have, in my opinion, the power that he used to have at super middleweight. People called him the monster, the Mexican monster, because he used to destroy people at super middleweight, but I don't see that guy at light heavyweight. And he definitely doesn't have the power of someone like Beterbiev. I personally don't think he even has, one punch power like Canelo. I think he'd most likely beat Canelo because Canelo, he doesn't throw too many punches. So I think Benavidez would just outwork him and, get the decision over Canelo. I didn't really get the vibe that Benavidez wanted to take on the winner between Bivol and Beterbiev for undisputed. I definitely think that he's not as strong at light heavyweight as he was in the super middleweight division, but he still is a great fighter. He's a great puncher, very explosive. He has high ring IQ. He gets hit a little bit, but overall, I think he's a great champion. He's definitely world champion level. I just think that at light heavyweight, I don't know if he has the strength to beat the two best guys in the division in Bivol and Beterbiev. He probably would beat everyone else in the division. The only thing with Beterbiev is his age. So depending on what happens in this fight, I don't know if Beterbiev has one or two good fights left in him because he's over 40, I believe, at this point. And that's the only way I can see Benavidez getting a victory over him. And I think him and Bivol will be a lot closer. But, I probably still would favor Bivol in that fight. So, yeah, Benavidez is still getting better. He's still young himself. Morel still has a future in the sport. He's very inexperienced. He can build himself back up. As far as the two best fighters in the light heavyweight division, Bivol and Beterbiev, I saw the face-off. They had a face-off. I didn't react to it, but I was trying to gauge how both fighters are going into the rematch in the 22nd of February. Now, I will make my prediction for that fight. I predicted correctly in the first fight. It was a very close fight. Some people thought Bivol won, but I thought Beterbiev won pretty clear. Even though it was close, I did have money on Beterbiev. I backed him in the fight. I think that if Beterbiev, if he was 5 years younger, I don't think Bivol or Benavidez would have a chance with him. The only thing with Beterbiev is his age. That's the only thing, in my opinion, that's going to be a factor in the rematch and in his future fights. Bivol is a great fighter. Bivol is a very good fighter. I just think that when it comes down to it, when you're elite on that level, it's going to come down to fighting at the end of the day. And Beterbiev, he's got the type of punching power. He's got high IQ as well that you can't really stand in front of him. He has next level strength and power, and he's got high IQ as well. I will make my official prediction later for that fight. Again, it comes down to age for me. If Beterbiev is in shape, he's good, he's not, over the hill or anything like that, I most likely will pick him. But I have to see closer to the fight how both fighters are. Both of those fighters don't give much away in the face-off. The very one-word answer type Eastern European Russians. They're both very humble. They didn't shake hands for the fight, so that tells me in the rematch, both guys are gonna look to put on a statement, or at least Beterbiev is. I think Bivol, he's gonna move, of course, because you can't stand in front of Beterbiev. But that is the true fight at light heavyweight. Benavidez, he needs to fight the winner. I don't know what his plans are next, but I think it's pretty obvious that he needs to fight the winner. Canelo is not going to fight yet anyway. I believe that he'll probably fight Terence Crawford or a few more fights at a lower weight before he challenges one of these light heavyweight guys. And I think he eventually will, but not for a few fights. Benavidez needs to fight the winner, Beterbiev and Bivol, and I will give my official prediction, my sports betting tip later in a few weeks closer to the fight.